What's up, everybody? I had a pretty decent trading session last night. I ended with a 2% or 2 reward gain overall. I used a great deal of patience for sure. There were a bunch of little news events scattered throughout the session, which I think contributed to the choppiness with the pairs. And these yellow news events, they usually don't cause much movement with the price, but if there are a bunch of them all at once, they can add up to being something substantial. It's important to note that even though a news event might be on, let's say, the euro, since that currency is so closely linked to the GBP and always being traded against the US dollar, it can still cause some disruption in other pairs that don't even include the euro. So always be careful when trading around the news. The red news events especially can very quickly swing you out of even a great trade. So I took 4 trades overall, and I made a couple of very unnecessary mistakes. I should have made 5% or even more had I done everything the right way. But let's take a look at those trades that I took and what I could have done differently. Okay, so the first trade that I took last night was on the yen, and this was an EMA pullback. So I actually got into the trade too early. I took the trade here, and I didn't use a sell stop order like I should have. So I went ahead and let's see, had my stop like right in there. I think it was 12 or 13, and I was going for, I believe I was going for 3 actually. So right down in there. So yeah, that was an unnecessary loss because I really could have just used a sell stop order and just put that down here, and the trade would have never triggered in the first place. So that was just a loss for no reason. So that's what I get for entering too early and not using a stop order. That's why I always say to use a stop order. So if you look on the hourly chart, this was a huge move down. Such a heavy trend down that it didn't even really touch the 21 EMA that much, but it finally did pull back to the 21 EMA, and that is a perfect place to sell. So I sold here, and I was thinking about putting my stop all the way up here. I believe I went with 25, and it was like just barely enough to not get stopped out. I really should have put the stop all the way up here just in the case that it did go up that far. And let's see, 3 reward on that stop loss would have been, see if I can even fit it on here, right there. I actually had I doubled up my stop loss on this one, so I took profit like down in here somewhere. It was still 3. I just had a double stop, if that makes any sense. So that was my winning trade. It took a couple of hours to go through. Looks like 6 hours to go through altogether. So it definitely took a while, but it finally did get there. So that was a pretty good trade there. And then I also had an early entry on this UCAD trade. Another trade that I lost for absolutely no reason. I took it a little bit after the session opened, I believe. Oh yeah, it was over here. I remember. I took the trade here. I had the stop here, and then actually doubled the stop to here, which still failed. So once again, if I would have used a sell stop order here, then I would have never been entered into the trade in the first place. So that was another unnecessary loss, and it was an unnecessary loss with a double stop too. So it's like pretty much 2 losses. So had I just waited for the double top, which you see right here, I could have gotten in there. Could have got in right here. 10 pip stop loss, 30 pip take profit. So that's right in there. So yeah, you know, it's just another lesson in patience and choosing higher quality trades. And like I said, using those stop orders instead of market orders will save you a ton of money. And let's see, I actually set a buy stop over here. I actually still have it up there. So this one here, I actually moved it. I didn't move it on here. I moved it on the Oh no, I'm sorry. Actually, no, this is the one I didn't move. So this one I did lose because I went for 3. I should have went for 2. I should have went for take profit here instead of up there. It was just a little bit too far. But that was a buy stop order that I set like before I went to sleep. And like I said, the take profit was just a little bit too far. Should have went for that 2 instead of 3. But once again, another lesson learned. You can't always get 3 reward. If it's one of these pullbacks into a big heavy level like this, it's probably better to just go for 2. So yeah, those were the trades I took. And like I said, unnecessary mistakes. Really use those stop orders. It will just save you so much money and time in the end. Overall, I'm happy with my performance, even with a couple of mistakes that I made. This is all part of the improvement process. I'm a little over 3.5 years of trading now. I have it down to where I can make a solid profit every week consistently. I can tell you what changed me from a losing trader into a winning trader. It was a couple of things. Number 1 was letting my trades run all the way to take profit and not taking profit early. That was a really big game changer. And you can see some of these trades, they end up taking a couple of hours, 3-4 hours, or even more to go through, especially the 3 reward trades. But getting to 3 reward is much better than say 1.5 reward or just taking like a tiny profit. Once you know what a good 3 reward trade looks like, you can be confident in your decision to just let it run and knowing it'll eventually go through later on, even if it takes a couple of hours. So the other big game changer was taking less trades of higher quality. I've limited myself to 6 or less trades per day, and most days I take 2 or 3, 4 trades at the most. And this means even if I lose all 4 of those trades, the next session I'll still go for my goal of 5 reward, and I'll cover that red day immediately after it happened. So if you make a couple mistakes, it's very easily fixed, and that's my point with saying that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream last night and this recap video. Make sure to hit that like button if you did. I'll be back on tonight at 11:30 Pacific time for Friday's live stream session. Also, I'll be doing a brand new $50,000 FTMO challenge live from start to finish starting on Monday's session, so look out for that. Remember to always trade responsibly, and I'll see you guys later.